Hey guys, hey YouTube, we're back again. Today we're working on the Rhino, starting in on the roll cage. We did a whole lot of scratching our heads. Really didn't get an early start on it or anything. Kind of messed around for a while and ran a few errands and all, but we ended up today. I say we, I'm talking about me and the dog. We ended up going with a cage kind of like a, similar to what's on an Arctic cat, Wildcat, with the hoops going the other way, perpendicular to the bike. Thought that would be a little better setup than what we had with the making it longer and everything. Thought it'd work out a little better for what I want to do with it. And here's what it looks like right now. So far, we've got the windshield hoop on, and then our plan is to put another pillar back here, the same angle and everything as the factory pole pillar. But we're going to put it right behind the seat for a seat bar. Then we're going to come up straight up to the roof with it. And it'll be just a little bit wider. 3 inches, 2 inches, 3 inches. I haven't really measured on it yet. But you know, just wide enough to give us room so we don't get hurt. Running around. It's a little foggy there. Dog must got it back hold of again. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna do that. Another pillar here, same height as the front. Then in the middle, connecting the two hoops here, we're gonna raise it. We're gonna raise the roof just in the center bars above. Have like a 2 or 3 inch place there around where your head is. Then back here on the rear pillars, we're going to go smaller. We're going to come up and go in, and not as high, and across, back down, same way. So right there, that'll give us 6 points. We're going to end up with a 10-point cage. Right off the bat, or I'm sorry, it'll be a 12-point cage right off the bat there, because we're also going to use the other factory for our crossbars here. We're going to use the factory mounts there, so we're going to have four mounts in this place, or in this set of pillars, two in the front, and then 2 in the very front on the bumper, as well as 2 on the very rear. But my plan is on the rear to make our hoop at the top, right behind the seat. We're gonna have another hoop up here, connect with this hoop on the factory bars here, factory pillars. This hoop's gonna be a little smaller and a little lower, and it should be, if I've got it all figured out right, it should be a straight line between the corner of the seat pillar hoop to the corner of the factory pillar hoop back to the frame on the rear bumper back here. So it'll kind of be a little like a little turtle back on there. But I think that'll be the best setup for us with what we've got. All of our main hoops, our main support bars and all, are all going to be made out of the same size tubing, the 1 3/4 120 wall. I went with 120 wall. Looking at it now, I probably could have got away with the 095 very easily. I think that's what a lot of people use. I went with the heavier wall, just kind of not knowing any better. So I thought I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So So that's why I went with it. If I build another one, I'll probably go with a smaller tubing, like 1.5-inch tubing, or at least a thinner wall. The 1 3/4 is what Yamaha used on theirs, but I believe they went with the 95 wall. I've never really measured it, but it just kind of looks like that. This 120 wall is really stout, really stout. We get this thing done. If this cage bends, I will be very surprised. Very, very surprised. Especially no more than this thing's going to weigh. It might be better to have the heavier stuff on there to keep it on the ground, maybe. I don't know, or keep it from spinning so much. But we'll see. But so far, that's where we're at. We're just getting the main hoops in right now. We'll come back later with our windshield bar and our bracing and all that. Just getting our 3 main hoops built right now. It's kind of a learning process for me. So it's not as easy as it looks, or as easy as you'd think. I'm very shocked, very, very shocked at actually how much there really goes into these things, making this stuff. It's going to take a while before I'm actually good at building them. Bending them, I'm sorry. Bending them, building them is not too bad. It's bending the tubing right, in the right places and angles and all, to make it work out right. That's a tough thing. The round tubing, oh my lord, the round tubing is so much tougher than the square tubing. You got so many, it can twist on you so easily. Just twist it, just 1 degree makes it where things don't line up, and over a span like that, 1 degree is a lot. 2-3 degrees, man, that ends up being like 1.5 inches or so in 3 feet, something like that. But anyway, that's where we're at. That's what we're going. I'm not going to be able to work on this thing for the next few days, probably. I got a few things to do. I'm going to go pick up my daughter and tomorrow, and you know, she's a little small to be hanging around with Dad when he's down here working with the heavy metal stuff. So Joe and I might do a little wiring or a little brake lines or something like that. Kind of piddle around. She likes to help Dad, so we might do a little bit of that, but we'll not be working on any cage metal. So, but anyway, I appreciate you guys tuning in and keeping up with the project. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, and spread the word. Hope to have this thing out running here in the next couple months. Just working on it on my time off when I get a few minutes here and there, but hope to have it out running, and maybe y'all get to see it soon. I hope. But until next time, see you later.
When they're like church mice. Yeah. But there's one case in a career where you go all in. This is it.
All right. Then you do us proud. Because I don't want no scrubs.
Really?
No.
You're not aware that's a TLC song?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You said chasing waterfalls, now you're saying you don't want no scrubs?
I don't even understand the reference.
It's like a tick.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Remember, this thing gets messy. We never talked.
You can trust us?
Real quiet. You gotta creep. Creep.
Come on. You don't say creep, creep unless you're quoting TLC.